Hi everyone, Dr. David Kulla with another product review. Pso-rite was really nice to send me a large package of all their products. So we're gonna review all of their products, but I use these for weeks before I review them, okay? And we use them on patients as well. So this is the Pso-Spine, and it comes in a couple different colors. They sent it to me in pink. So here you go, a hot pink Pso-Spine, okay? So this device is really good for different parts of the body. Now, you probably know there are other products, Pso-rite for the psoas muscle or the iliacus muscle. This is different. This can be used for the lower back, as you can see here in the diagram. Can also be used for the mid back, as you can also see here in the diagram. And I gotta say, it's helpful for the low back, helpful for the mid back as well. And then you can also use it for the upper back to release trigger points. Okay, this is not a massager, but this is a trigger point release device or a trigger point release tool. And for those of you that don't know what a trigger point is, make sure you watch my video on trigger point release or trigger point therapy so you can understand what a trigger point is and how releasing trigger points with a device like this can help you alleviate pain, muscle spasms, and get through the day like a normal person. So this device can also be used for the hamstrings, and I found it not that helpful for my hamstring, to be honest. Just wasn't enough weight on it to really amount to any kind of trigger point for me. So I put my one leg over the top of that leg to add weight to it. Still wasn't quite enough for me. I like the traditional hamstring stretch, but that doesn't mean I don't like to use it for the low back, the mid back, the upper back. I also used it for my hips and glutes, both in a sitting position and a lying position. You can see here positions for the hips and the glutes. I found this to be effective for the hips and my glutes. It really released them and it increased my range of motion afterwards. And then I went for a run. It can also be used for your lats. And I found this really nice on the lats, laying on your side. It's the only way to do it on the ground. If it's too intense, I recommend putting a small towel over the top of this. That way, it's a little bit less pressure on the muscles. But also, as it hits the lats, it also hits some of the back of the rotator cuff muscles where they insert into the back of the shoulder. So that's really nice. I really like it for the lats and the rotator cuff and hips and glutes most. But it can also be used for the front of your thighs, the quads. Again, I like for the legs, the quads and the hamstrings, I like the traditional stretch. But if you're somebody with a lot of trigger points in your quads and in your hamstrings, this might be helpful to you. You might find this really helpful. And then last, you can do it on the calves, which I found helpful in the calves. If you have skinny calves, they may slip through the middle here, but they would have to be pretty skinny, those calves. Other than that, you can do the foot. I'm not a huge fan of it for the foot. I think, it's called the Pso-Spine. So it's not called the Pso-Foot. So I think it's better for the spine, better for the glutes, the hips, the lats, but not as much for the foot. That's my review on this product, the Pso-Spine. If you guys have any questions or comments, please comment below. I hope this helps, and I hope you hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.